Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Rangers is George Medich, whose record is 14-13 with a 4.42 ERA. And pitching for Detroit today is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 2-0 with a 1.33 ERA. Oh my God. I hope you watched this game because it was the worst game of the year. And we just had one of those games 2 games earlier. We got crushed by the Rangers 17-2. They put up 3 in the first. We got our 2 in the bottom half of that inning. And then it was on after that. And we couldn't do anything right. I went through the whole bullpen and it was a real slog for the last half of that game. So if you watch that game, you probably deserve a prize. Go to the cupboard, get yourself an Oreo. You deserve it. Today, we have the second game against the Rangers. All of the divisions have been decided with the exception of the the National League West, which is one game separating Houston and Los Angeles. So that could be decided today, or they could tie it up. We'll see. But before we get to that, we do have today's game 161, only 2 to go. And as you can see here, Bob Stanley is the only reliever not available today. And he actually pitched okay yesterday, so he was not one of those who was a culprit. So in order to feel better about yesterday's game, I threw all the good guys in there. So Doc Medich is a righty. So we got a primarily righty-based lineup with a bunch of lefties in there. And it's everybody who is a mainstay in our lineup. But we got to get a win. We need to finish out this year feeling good about ourselves. So let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Rangers. Batting first and in left field is Jim Norris. Batting second and DHing is Billy Sample. Batting third and at first base is Steve Garvey. Batting cleanup and catching is Greg Malberg. Batting fifth and in right field is Richie Zisk. Batting sixth and at third base is Buddy Bell. Batting seventh and at shortstop is Robin Yount. Batting eighth and at second base is Bump Wills. And batting ninth in center field is Mickey Rivers. On the mound for Detroit is Bruce Robbins. He's making his 4th start as a Tiger. He had 1 relief appearance. He's 2-0 with a 1.33 ERA. He's pitched really well. We've tried to limit his innings. He will probably make the starting rotation next year, as we won't be able to keep all of our starters, Jim Bibby being the one that's most likely not to be re-signed. He will be a free agent, so he will be long gone. And let's go ahead and get this game started. They have Jim Norris in left field today instead of Johnny Grubb. And, oh no, a base hit to left field. Oh, this is not what we need. So runner on first, he's got some speed, and Billy Sample, who crushes lefties, is up next. Ground ball up the middle. That could be 2. It is a double play. Wow. See, I already feel so much better. That'll bring up Steve Garvey. He was the only Rangers hitter with 1 hit. Everybody else had at least 2 hits yesterday. And Garvey hits it right back to Robbins. And we survive the first half of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the first. And let's go ahead and do that lineup rundown. As I mentioned, it's all the guys you already know. It's Lou Whitaker batting leadoff and playing second base. Batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third and at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting cleanup and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting fifth and in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting sixth and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting seventh and at third base is Richie Hebner. Batting eighth and DHing is Carlton Fisk. And batting ninth in center field is Omar Moreno. On the mound for the Rangers is Doc Medich, George Doc Medich, making his 38th start of the season. 14-13, 4.42 ERA. He's going to most likely get over 260 innings pitched. That's incredible. And he might even give up 300 hits at the rate he's going with only 118 Ks. That's insane. Opponents are batting .283. He's got 12 wild pitches and 8 complete games. Wow. Here's Sweet Lou leading off for the Tigers. And Lou turns on one and sends it to right field. Caught by Richie Zisk. That's one down. Next up is Tram. Tram hits a ground ball to second. And Wills makes the play. So 2 down for JT. JT was listed as tired, but I'm like, well, just let him play it out today. And Thomason grounds to short. We go to the top of the second. All tied at 0. Here's Greg Malberg, who went 4 for 6 yesterday. And a walk here by Robbins. That's back-to-back innings where the leadoff guy has got on base. Richie Zisk up next. Ground ball to second. Let's turn 2 again. No. Malberg must have been running, as the only play was to first. So Malberg's on second. Here's Buddy Bell. He was off yesterday. And Bell is going to hit a fly ball into center field, caught by Marino. And that's 2 down. Next up is Robin Yount. And Robin Yount did not play yesterday. And I just want to point this out as we are getting ready to do the 1981 season here before the end of the month of March. I want to get it started right around the time spring training ends. And so this is the way the cards will look next year. These are the 1981 Topps Baseball card style, and every single player will have the player's picture with their correct team. So here's Robin Yount, who was a Brewer in 1980, and he got traded to the Rangers, and so we've updated that to show that he's on the Texas Rangers. If he gets traded to the Cubs, this will be updated to show that he's on the Cubs. So that's what we're going to do as one of the exciting things for next year. I have a artist who's going to be doing each card, and I am very excited about that, as Robin Yount's going to fly out to right center field. So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Lance Parrish leading off. Parrish hits a ground ball back to the pitcher, Medich, and he's out. Parrish has been really struggling here in this last month. His batting average is down under 270, and he's completely lost his power. Steve Kemp up next. He strikes out swinging. And here's the team MVP. I don't think there's any argument. If someone out there who's been following along thinks it should be somebody else, let me know in the comments who you think the MVP is. As Hancock gets a base hit to right field. And there you go, folks. He's batting .303 with 21 home runs. And I believe he's either first or second on the team in RBI. So just impressive out of a player I did not expect anything from, but a little bit of right field defense. Hebner flies out to center field, and we go to the top of the third. All tied at 0, 1 hit apiece, and Bump Wills will lead off the inning. Wills goes down and gets one, sends it into left center field. 1 down. Next up is Mickey Rivers. Rivers sends one into left center field. It's going to fall in. It does. And there's some more speed on base with Rivers. This is the one thing that we don't have as the Tigers. We don't have anybody who's got a rating over 90. So I think that's going to be one of the things I might try to address in the offseason. There is no one in the minor leagues that offers that either. And you already know about our outfield woes for the season. So there's many things that we need to address in the offseason. As Billy Sample comes in, he gets a base hit the opposite way. Rivers holds at second. So with 2 down, here's Steve Garvey batting .315 versus lefties. And, there's a blooper into right center field. That'll get the first run in, and Sample takes third. So a little duck snort gives Garvey an RBI. And here's the cleanup hitter, Greg Malberg. He hits a ground ball to Trammell, and there's the third out. So the Rangers get on the board. 1-0. Carlton Fisk is up next. Fisk was the team MVP from yesterday's game. He had 2 hits, drove in the 2 runs that the Tigers scored. And so it's like putting lipstick on a pig, but somebody had to get it, right? That's what we've been doing since about the 60th game of the year is when I started doing game MVPs. So that'll be something that we'll see every game next year. And then I'm going to keep track of them, and we could maybe decide a team MVP based on how many individual game MVP awards they got. So just an idea I'm toying with. As Robbins is at 49 pitches, I'd like to get him to 5, but I'm not... I don't have a problem going to the bullpen just to save his arm for next year, as he gives up a hit to Richie Zisk. And so runner on first. I mean, they do have all righties basically in there. So through the heart of the order, and he walks Buddy Bell. So, first and second. And I guess we have to let him try to get out of this. Famous last words. Ground ball back to Robbins. And they do go to third. Good play by Robbins. Heads up, and they get the lead runner. I'm going to pull the outfield in so there aren't any more duck snorts. And let's see if we can... Oh, no, there's the wild pitch that moved him up anyway. So now we have to pull the infield in against Bump Wills. And this didn't work at all yesterday, but nothing did, I suppose. As Wills strikes out, I almost want to walk Rivers to get to Norris, but I'm going to show some confidence here in Robbins. And there's a little blooper into right center field. So that's 4 hits by the Rangers that are all bloop hits. So that's going to, it's just, I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. It's kind of a bummer. But that'll be it for Robbins as he's finished off against the last lefty. We got those righties coming up, and we'll look forward to Robbins being in the rotation next year. Trammell hits a fly ball to center field to start off the bottom of the 4th. And like every pitcher we pitches against us is like Cy Young. Like, we cannot get a rally going. This is my best lineup against a 500 pitcher who's pitched 260 plus innings. And Parrish hits a ball into the gap. It gets to the wall for a double. Parrish had the day off yesterday, so, I guess that's a sign that maybe given a day off might improve your overall opportunities to score. Kemp hits a fly ball to left field. That is the third out. So 2 hits for Detroit through 4, and that's it for Robbins, as I mentioned. We're going to go to the righty Dan Petrie, also a candidate for next year's rotation. He started off the year in our rotation, and this is why, if you're just joining us. He had 45 walks in 51 innings right now. So, he and 18 strikeouts. So that's not the ratio you want, really. as Billy Sample leads off the inning with a base hit. Runner on first for Garvey. Ground ball to short, and they turn a double play. So 2 out for Greg Malberg. Oh no, come on. Seriously? I mean, this is stupid. At this point, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I'd rather have him hit 5 home runs than have 5 balls just drop in. And I guess it's just a visual representation. I mean, like, it could be a hit in anywhere, and it would still be a hit. But the arc of the ball going over the shortstop and the second baseman's head, it automatically tells me it's going to drop in. And that is annoying. I'd rather have him just blast it out of the park. As Hancock hits a ground ball to Buddy Bell, great defensive third baseman. As you can see by his rating, he's a 95, and this jerk over here, who won't be on the team next year, is an 80. So Richie Hebner playing his last 2 games as a Tiger. I think he's actually under contract. Let's just take a look. Yeah, he's under contract until 82, but we'll either cut him or maybe I could try to trade him for, I don't know, some pine tar. As Fisk walks, so that's good. We got a runner first. And here's Omar Marino, 1 for 3 with a walk against Doc Medich. And he hits a ground ball to short. So 3-0. We're going to see if Peaches can get through these next 3. Ground ball to second. And Buddy Bell's out, 1 down. Next up is Hall of Famer Robin Yount. He's going to pop it up on the infield. Actually, it's going to land into foul ground. And it's caught by Thompson. So 2 down. Here's switch hitter Bump Wills, turning around, batting lefty this time. 269 hitter versus lefties. Are you kidding me? The second baseman has 15 home runs. Oh, I mean, Trammell's got 20. So, I mean, I'm calling out Bump Wills, whose father was Maury Wills, who had like less than 20 career home runs. Okay. I'm getting grumpy as this last month has been really hard to get through. And I don't know if it's been hard to watch, or maybe it's been fun with me losing my mind every so often. As Whitaker gets a base hit into center field, and we have a leadoff man on. So we're going to hit and run with Trammell. And he hits a ground ball to first. So Trammell's out. That's 1 down. Here is JT with a chance to drive in our first run. And he does as the ball gets just under the glove of Bump Wills. Oh, do I want to send him home? I guess that's going to be no. I would have thought that was a guarantee base hit. So there's a chance he's going to hit into a double play, but we're going to have him attempt a sac fly. Oh, that ought to do it. That should get the run in. So we will not be shut out as Whitaker tags up and scores. 4-1. And here's Kemp with 2 down, and he hits a line drive right at Steve Garvey. So we go to the 7th inning. And here's the in-game stats, if you want to take a look. Team MVP, maybe it was Parrish with that sac fly. I don't know. Okay, so that's it for Dan Petrie. 2 innings, gave up the long ball to a second baseman, has the same physique as I do. I guess we're going to bring in Rucker, at least, to pitch to Norris, and then we'll bring in a righty. That was brilliant on my part, because Norris, just a 172 hitter versus lefties, just sent it down the right field line for a double. I'm not going to throw my mouse. I'm not going to throw my mouse. So here's Andy Raplogle. He got lit up yesterday, although he was not alone, and he's been great in his limited time. But we're going to see if he can't get through another inning here as Parrish throws the ball away, or boots it apparently. And it's first and third. Pull the infield in. Try to keep... Oh my gosh. All right, so now we got to keep everybody back. Let's try to turn two and limit the damage. Okay. Rapologo does strike out a lot of people. He's got 17 Ks and 18 innings pitched, so we got to give him that much. He could strike his way out of this. Oh, nope, that's definitely not going to happen. As he walks in a run by walking Richie Zisk. 5-1 Detroit. 5-1 Texas, I should say. And he walks in another run. Wow. The wheels have come off this team. We're not even going to get to 90 wins, which would have been a gimme at the All-Star break, I would have thought, as a sac fly drives in another run. Both those runs are unearned. And, I mean, he's a switch hitter, Bump Wills. Let's see if we can get a home run from both sides of the plate. And he's going to hit a fly ball. It's going to fall probably where a fly ball from him should fall, 300 feet. And we go to the bottom of the seventh. It's 7-1. Here's Gary Hancock, batting .324 versus righties. Ground ball to second. 1 down. Richie Hebner, ground ball to short, 2 down. And here's Pudge. Pudge can't even find the plate. So we go to the top of the eighth. Got a couple lefties. Thanks for nothing, Raplogle. We're going to bring in, I don't even know. Let's bring in Keith Comstock. This guy's went from being a nobody to someone we've been really relying on in the bullpen as he strikes out Mickey Rivers. There's 1 down. Here's Jim Norris. Jim Norris, Texas Ranger. Base hit to center field. He hits... Well, how can he be batting .172 and then get 2 hits versus lefties? Okay. So, Roger Weaver. Man, Weaver, he has been just pathetic. There's the blue... There we go. There's another blue pit. As Norris was running on the plate, he scoots into third base, and we'll just keep the infield back for a double play and a wild pitch. So there goes the double play. Steve Garvey has as many RBIs as he has illegitimate children right now. Flies out to Trammell near second base, and Malberg hits a line drive to left. So that is the end of the 8th inning for the Rangers. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Omar Marino. Oh, well, it's thinking, they're going to bring in a relief pitcher. That's why it's thinking. Dale Mahorsic. Hey, he's a rookie. 24 years old. This is his 9th game. He's 1-0, 2.81 ERA. And opponents are batting .207. So not too shabby. As for some reason, they wanted a pitcher who's thrown over 260 innings to go 7. As Marino strikes out. And there's the second hit for Whitaker today. He's 2 for 4. And moving into game MVP by default at this point. Oh, good job, Trammell. And, oh, I thought that was a double play for sure. So Whitaker beats out the throw to second. So the only play was to get Trammell at first, and Thompson grounds out. So, yeah, I mean, Weaver, why not? Why not Weaver? As Zisk flies out to right field. Here's Buddy Bell, 0 for 2 today. He does have an RBI. And he's got 1 home run against Weaver already this year. But he lines out to right. Hancock makes the catch. Here's Robin Yount, base hit. Past Whitaker. Earlier this season, like his range, he would get to all of those. Like this infield combination. I guess they're young in this game. What are they? 3 years into their career. So maybe it's underdeveloped at this point. As Bump Wills pops it up to Whitaker. And that's the 3rd out. So this is it. 8-1 down to our final 3 outs. Lance Parrish facing Mohorsic for the first time this year. And he walks. I mean, so like if this game mattered, I would pinch run for him. But especially with Kemp up, this is 2 of the slower guys on the team. And Mohorsic walks another one. So this is like what the game does. It teases you. It's over in the corner, giving you the eye at the bar, and then they give you a triple play. Gary Hancock strikes out. There's 1 down. Oh, Hebner. It's a line drive into the gap, and he knocks in a run with a double. Kemp holds at 3rd, and swing away. And Fisk lines out to left. Kemp does take up and score. No. So, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's take out Omar Marino, and we're going to give Champ Summers another bat. He was like maybe the first month MVP as he was playing DH or in right field, as we figured out who our outfielders were going to be. And then he just became... Oh, he did have a game-winning walk-off home run. That is true. As Summers walks. So that is true. But then he basically never got another opportunity. So he walks. We're going to bring in Gibby to pinch run for Summers. All right. Here we go, Sweet Lou. Oh, nope. That's a rainbow to right. And that is the final out of the inning, of the game, I should say. And it's 8-3 Texas. We should be embarrassed. And let's take a look at the standings and see what happened in the National League. Wow, we've lost 4 in a row, 10 games back, and it is possible that Baltimore, maybe even probable that Baltimore might jump us, and we might get one better pick. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Houston did win. Los Angeles lost the last 2 in a row, and it's going to be Montreal, Houston in the National League, and it's going to be New York and California in the American League. That should be a lot of fun. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to do the playoffs, as Mario Soto pitches a no-hitter. Look at that. Great job by Mario Soto. That's a good way to finish up your year, right? 36 starts for him. Pretty solid. Good job by him. And let's take a look at the box score. We will get out of here. I think what I'm going to do for the playoffs is I might just have the day after the last game of the season, I will just simulate that game day by day until the World Series is decided. So it might be like a 10-minute or less video, but it'll build the drama as we watch each game results being played. Bruce Robbins takes the loss. Kind of hard luck loss. He didn't really deserve that. He did give up 3 runs, and then in the bullpen just was not helpful. Doc Medich, good job by him, 15 and 13 on the year. Bump Wills got his 15th dong, and that's pretty much it. I guess player of the game. Sweet Lou. I don't know. I'm going to give it to Parrish. And that's not saying a whole lot, but somebody's got to win, right? So that's it. We'll be back tomorrow. It's the last game of the year. I appreciate everyone following along. Like and subscribe. We have big things coming up for 1981. Until then, everyone, have a great night.